It's Madden NFL 23. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Texans on Sunday Night Primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. They're off. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. This young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. One unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep covering holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Green here. On second down, here's Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, it's Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25. Before it started back at the 25.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 53 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
2nd and 3. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Texans had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Back to throw again. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They get the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well. And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone. Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Tony on the return. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Chubb, diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
York now for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow. Green brings it in. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
First down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Steps away. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with run there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the gun again to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of the full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Chubb will try the middle here. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He'll look to throw. Drops it off for Chubb.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are relative. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go up the middle with Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. To the air again, Burrow. And the reception made by Grain. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, it's Burrow. He's got it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 1. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Back to throw again. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So nothing separating these 2 teams as we head to the break, all square. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
It got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bengals.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 10.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Chubb running right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hope the block's just a little bit longer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Rick. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Caught by Green on the out route.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10.
Running left, it's Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to third and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Houston set to take over.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll look to throw here as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need.